If you are a real estate agent and you are tired of paying for ads that flat out don't work, cold calling, door knocking, all the same old stuff that just seems to be getting you stuck in a rut, well, this is the channel for you. We are three rock star agents who have come together with over 50 plus years in the training and sales industry, and we are hoping to pass that knowledge on to you. So subscribe to the channel and get ready to learn. Let's get started.
I just want to say, man, I love the Freedom Group. I say it every time because I mean it. There aren't many groups that I agree to come on with, especially every single month. But you know, with great people like Jeff, Kathy, Sean, Tim, Eric, the leaders that you guys have here, when the Freedom team calls, I answer. And you know, we're here to talk about AI. You know, it's that subject that it's most talked about, but I feel like least understood and the one that's a little bit scary, right? I just want to start by asking to kind of get you guys going in the chat here. How many people here feel like overwhelmed and over inundated with AI? Just put me in the chat if that sounds like you. Confused of where it's going, what's happening with it. That's you. All right. A lot of people, right? It's a lot. So I kind of want to put this into perspective for you. So Elon Musk at one time, he got about 50 of the smartest AI people in the world into one room. And you know what he asked them to do? He's like, tell me where this is going to be in 5 years. You know, they all got to work. They all started working on it. Where's it going to be? And you know what they came back to him and told him? We have no idea. They have no idea. The smartest minds in the room, the smartest minds in the world have no idea where this is going. If you listen to any panelist of all these giant companies, Zuckerberg, Musk, a lot of them are overwhelmed. They all feel behind. So it's understanding that at this moment in time, from here moving forward, like it's been, everybody in the world feels overwhelmed. Everybody in the world really doesn't have a clue where this is going. So knowing this, I think it's just important to understand the difference between the people who do something with this and the people who don't are the ones who do it anyways. Nobody in the world can tell you where this will be in 5 years. They can guess, but they really have no clue because AI is advancing faster than any human can advance it itself. So just coming into this, that mindset, you know, the mindset around AI that my brother and I have learned to adopt, that I implore everybody here to adopt as well, is good and getting better. That is the mantra and the mindset that you will live in for the rest of your life. Because AI is not slowing down. In fact, it is speeding up, right? It is speeding up. So we all have to adopt a mindset of, look, you're never going to be the best at this. You will never have a full grasp on it, but you have to adopt this mindset of just good and getting better. Keep using it, keep getting better. You will never be there. You will never know it all, but you will just be a little bit, you will be good and getting better, right? So getting into this, if I could share my screen here. There we go. What this is, guys, welcome. This is AI for real estate agents. The obvious reason you're all here is because Jeff and the Freedom team told you guys to be here. But the other reason that you guys are probably here is because you've been hearing a lot about AI. And you're like, you know what? I just want to better understand what is going on. And if you guys look at the biggest companies in the world, I'm even going to change that to the biggest countries in the world are changing their entire ecosystem and how they are done because of AI. This is not just Nick Krem coming on here and telling you you need to use AI. We can look at China, and they have K through 12. It is now mandatory that every student starts learning how to use AI. The US is not far behind that as well. You know, when is the last time the US has changed their education system? I'd argue that Jeff and I probably learned about the same damn thing in school, right? The same ecosystem. Now they're changing it because of this amazing tool. This is just the glaring reality that no one is telling you, is that there is no future in real estate without learning this. Heck, there's no future in the world that exists in which you don't have to learn how to use AI. Just completely erase that. Because some people I talk to are like, well, you know, it's just not for me. That's not an option. That option of it not being for you doesn't exist. Jeff always gives a great intro, so I'll keep this short. Yeah, we're the Creme Institute of Artificial Intelligence. We specialize in just the real estate industry. We've been published in Forbes, Fox, Google News, you name it, for the work we specifically do in the real estate industry. And yes, it is myself and my brother. You can say we've known each other a long time. If you guys have been here, you know that's my joke here at the beginning. But yes, it is myself and my brother who run this institute. I think it's just important to understand like where we're currently at with AI. You know, right at the beginning, how many people here use ChatGPT right when it came out? Right? Just put me in the chat. I'm just curious. How many people here use ChatGPT right when it came out? Right? I mean, let's be honest. Was it like it was cool and it worked fast, but is it anywhere near the level that it is at now? No, it would use the word boast in every single sentence and other things, right? So what happened was there was this, you know, it was almost like it hasn't really caught up to where it was better than what we can create as humans and everything else. But where we are at now is in a completely different way because we're starting to get into this disruptive opportunity. See, the human brain works linearly, meaning we just think, what's the next logical step? AI doesn't play by the same rules as the human brain does. We are now starting to get into exponential growth where AI is helping to build AI, is helping to build AI, and it's going to continue to learn and adapt faster than anything else that has ever been built in human history. And I like showing this video here because I think this is just, again, just important to understand. IG car show AI.
Welcome to a non-existent
Can you guys hear this? Yep.
car show. Let's see some opinions.
I mean, man, the acceleration is crazy. You look far, step on the pedal, and you are there.
I feel safe with him in an SUV, and it seems to be like the right type of car for him.
I think the range is only going to get better. Sorry.
We don't want to drive gas cars anymore.
Yeah, no more gas.
So if I didn't tell you guys this video is AI, put yes if you would guess this was AI, or no, you would not know this was AI if I didn't tell you that this video was 100% generated by AI. So see a lot of no's in the chat. And just a quick side note. So you know before how you could tell by the hands or the spelling that it was AI? Well, that's not the case anymore. So actually my sister's husband, we won't get into everything, but he's going through some classes online about AI. And the big thing that he tells today is the only thing AI can't really do well right now is the reflection off glasses. It's one of the biggest way you can tell if it's an AI video or not. The reflection off glasses is one of the only ways that you can tell now. But here is the reality that we are all living with, whether we like it or not, this is here, okay? Do you think countries are above using this to their advantage? Creating videos, utilizing this and posting online. I see a lot of people shaking their heads no. Every person here is going to go under psychological warfare. And it's going to become more and more important to control what is up here. How you think, how you react, how you do things. Meta, Facebook has already launched and told the world that they have released hundreds of thousands of AI agents onto Facebook. So what does that mean? That means, have you guys ever went to the comment section of a video and thought, how can people be this stupid? How are they commenting this? They are triggering people going back and forth. There's a good chance that those are AI agents that are built specifically to trigger you, to get you agitated and to be online. So I don't want anybody here to go online and start arguing with robots, right? Like, I don't want that in anybody's future. So just getting into this, I just think it's important to understand. I'm not telling you this for you to be afraid, to be in fear mode, but just to understand that we are all going to experience this. The entire world that is on Facebook, Instagram, watching the news is going to experience the same thing. So you have to make a decision. Are you a creator or are you a watcher? Are you going to use this technology to create more opportunities, to create a life you don't need a vacation from, to create more time for yourself? Or will you be someone who uses this to watch, to create cartoons and sit there and watch, to watch online, to news that might not even be real and go to the comment sections and argue with AI bots online. Which one are you going to be? So getting into this, I'll kind of come back to this because I do want to save some time for a workshop here at the end. We've all heard this quote before, right? Survival of the fittest. Well, that's not actually the real quote. The real quote on this, it is not the strongest of the species, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one most adaptable to change. It is not the strongest of the species, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one most adaptable to change. So we have to just ask ourselves, each person here, are you willing to adapt, to change the way that you've been thinking, the way you've done business to this new world? Because everybody here is going to be asked to adapt faster than they've ever asked to adapt for anything in their lives. So let's dive into it. Let's have some fun. Let's do a workshop here. So what I want to do here is I want to briefly cover some of the most basic, fundamental things that I think gets overlooked when using ChatGPT. The very first thing that everybody here has to do, it is not even an option. It's here in the top right. You will notice it says customize ChatGPT. So what I want you guys to do is start thinking about ChatGPT like an employee. And if your employee doesn't know these things about you, how well would they be able to adapt? How well would they be able to help you? So what should ChatGPT call you? What do you do? Don't you guys think it's important that ChatGPT knows what you do? Also, what traits should ChatGPT have? This is where you can literally give your ChatGPT a personality. How do you want it to respond? You can have it have opinions. Your ChatGPT can think it's always a good time to buy or sell real estate, right? Or you could have your ChatGPT speak in Gen Z. I don't know who would want that, but you could say this house is mid. This, like, you need to add some risk. I don't know, whatever words they use. But if you want your ChatGPT to speak like that, it is as simple as clicking this button and adding a trait. All right. Then coming down here, this is where you put your bio. What else should ChatGPT know about you? So once you've done that, the very next thing that you should do is something that I should have had on my screen and ready to go. But I will show you guys this. This right here. The very next thing you guys should do is use this prompt. So this prompt, you'll see. Copy and paste. All you got to do is copy and paste this into ChatGPT. And what ChatGPT will do is it will come up with 50 questions. It will go into your personal life. It will go into your business. It will go into your health. And it will ask you 50 questions to get to know you better. Why is this important? Well, let me ask you this. How important is it that your employee knows your goals, knows what you want out of life, knows your business? See, ChatGPT has a memory. It has a memory feature. So anything that you type in, it remembers. I mean, how many people here have ever trained somebody to do something, and then 2 months later, you got to go back and retrain them? You're like, how did you guys forget this? See, ChatGPT doesn't work that way. So here's what it does. It will ask you 50 questions about your time and focus, your health, your business, and your life. Here is what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to go in and spend time typing out the answers to all of these questions. You don't even have to answer every question. Here is what you want to do, all right? All you want to do is hit this button here, dictate. So what that means, it's talk to text, right? So you hit dictate and just scroll through this, and the questions that stand out to you the most, just talk it out and go in detail, right? Don't answer all 50, just the ones that stand out to you the most, talk it out, those questions. And at the end, just hit enter. And now your ChatGPT will start knowing more about you, start flowing more about you. You'll start seeing it pop up more in your prompts, in what you're using, and your responses. But this is a great way, a great get to know me exercise. So your ChatGPT does become your greatest employee, your greatest companion. All right. Today, I want to go into something a little bit different than what we have gone into before. Today, what I want to show you guys is a tool called Deep Research. So ChatGPT does have several tools, right? But you can use Deep Research. The best way to describe this is exactly what it says. Deep research. It will go deeper on a subject and it will give you more topics. It'll take about 10 minutes or so to actually go through it, pull a bunch of resources, and it's like having a research agent on your staff at all times. So I'm going to go into my favorite use case of this, right? I'm going to combine this with another tool. How many people here, just put yes in the chat. Let's go with yes this time. Have ever went on a listing appointment or worked with a buyer in a neighborhood or community that you really didn't know much about? If that's been you, just put yes in the chat. If you have ever worked with somebody and you're like, man, I really don't know much about this, and you go into it feeling like not an expert, it's not a good feeling, right? So what you can do with deep research is you can say, I am going on a listing appointment at, let's just go to Zillow. I could just say this house right here. I'm going to listen point at, and I want to become a community expert. Can you highlight the schools in the area? How far it is from the airport and downtown, as well as restaurants nearby. So deep research will go in and it will ask you questions next. Are you looking for public, private, or both? Both. And how far away? Yes, John Wayne Airport. LA, and focus on family dining. So to ask you these questions, right? For the sake of this video, because this does take about 10, 15 minutes or so to be able to go through it. But, I feel like one of those cooking channels where I'm going to pull it out of the oven now, but like for the sake of this video, we've already had this done for you. So community expert prep, is that the one I'm on now? Let me refresh this. Thought I already had one set up here. I do. Let me actually bring up my other tab because I know I have it set up here. Local market.
Is it that local market expert prep? I see that.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I'll copy and paste this here because this one's already done. So here we go. For the sake of this video, I've already done this, right? And it'll go through and it will label all this out for you, tell you where the schools are, tell you where everything is at, drive time to local distances. But you might be telling me, Nick, this is great, but I don't have time to read through this and memorize it, right? That's maybe what some of you guys would think. Was anybody here thinking that? Like, hey, this is great, but how the hell am I going to memorize all this before an appointment? So I'm with you. Let's come up with a different way to do it. So on this, you can literally just click this button and download the PDF. So once you download the PDF, you can go to a great tool called Notebook.NotebookLM. It's a Google tool. It is called NotebookLM. And again, for the sake of this video, all you would have to do is go to Create New, Upload. Let me download this PDF. Download PDF. Go back here, upload PDF. And now what this tool does is it can create a podcast out of anything. And I mean anything, right? So from here, all I have to do is click generate. And again, for the sake of this video, I've already done one of these for you. So it goes through and it takes the PDF and it takes everything that you just had. And as you're driving out to the listing, because chances are, if you're going to a listing, you're working with buyers in a neighborhood that you don't exactly know, it's probably a little bit of distance away, right? So what this does is it literally, let me make sure my sound is shared. We'll create
Okay,
a
imagine
project
this for a second. You're
talking
thinking
about the
about
neighborhood, talking
maybe
about how far the schools
finding
are,
a new
something that
place
you
to
can
live. It's a
listen
huge
to.
decision, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe you're just curious about, what makes a certain neighborhood really work? What makes it desirable? It can get pretty overwhelming fast with all the info out there. Like, where do you even start? Well, welcome to our deep dive. We've done the digging for you. Today, we're really focusing in on one specific spot, the area around 4326 Wood Thrush Drive in Parma, Ohio. That's zip code 44134. We took a really detailed real estate briefing for the specific place, all the research, the data, our own insights, and basically pulled out all the key stuff. Our goal here, to quickly get you up to speed on what makes this location tick. We'll cover everything, schools, commuting, lifestyle, market trends. Think of
That's about 1.4 miles away. Bigger school, roughly 1,300 students, rated 5 out of 10.
So it's literally two people talking on a podcast. So now as you're driving out there, what I would recommend, look at the top 5 to 10 communities that you do business in that you want to know more about. And you can literally just do a community podcast. Have those on retainer, have those just sitting there. And as you guys go to different areas, you can either do it for a listing appointment you don't know, or if you're just working with buyers in general areas, you can create community-based podcasts that you can listen to on the way to appointments, listen to on the way with buyers, and now you have a better idea of what's in that area. But I thought that was a really cool tool. Jeff, I saw you unmuted yourself.
Yeah, no, I just want to check. Tracy had a question here. How did you convert it to audio? Is it just on the page here? I see where you clicked, but
yeah, so let's see the other one. So I just created this one here and it's already done, or maybe it was this one, still generating. So all you do is click create new, you upload that PDF, and then all you have to do, what does it say? Error uploading. Let me try it again.
Nick, what about taking something like this and even to help market your listing?
You can do that.
Almost like have a podcast, like even like, or, a 5-10 minute thing that, I don't know, I'm just sitting here thinking like it could be kind of cool having something even that you put out there.
There we go. Yes, you can absolutely do that for your listings. But here's all you do, Tracy. You upload the PDF and then you just hit generate. And that's it.
You had AI, you had ChatGPT to make the PDF, and then
ChatGPT deep research to make the PDF.
Yes. Okay, great.
And I download that and I just upload it here and hit generate.
Love it.
And you literally have a podcast to listen to that briefs you on the area, that talks about all the different things that you want to hear about. And you can use that.
You're the bomb. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, you can use it for your listings as well. You can use it for your listings. Although I still say one of the best things that you guys can do for your listings is create a music video out of each one of your listings. I'll cover that briefly because it really is freaking simple, right? So all you would have to do is, if you have your listing description already generated, you go to ChatGPT and let's see, the first person to put a genre, because it's got to be a genre, in the chat, or you know what, let's do an artist. First person put an artist in the chat. I'm going to create a song just like them. So let's see what we come up with. George Strait. Right? All you have to do, family, write me a song in the style of George Strait and copy and paste your listing description. So here we go. And in seconds, ChatGPT will write you a song in the style of George Strait. And you just go to a simple place called suno.com. Suno.com. So ChatGPT writes your song. And now, Jeff, I'm not going to ask you to sing this, or you, Sean. I don't know.
Thank you.
I heard you guys on karaoke. You're not bad, but all you have to do, family, is copy this and go to suno.com, paste in the lyrics. Is he country? Is that what he is?
He's country.
Country. All right, thank you. So I got my song in the lyrics, and all I do is hit generate. And in seconds, ChatGPT can create a song about your listing that you can use for your marketing. So here we go. And let me ask you this. Have you guys ever created a music video for one of your listings? No, it takes a shit ton of work, right? I'm not that creative. But here we go.
She was built back in '57, back when Elvis ruled the air. Been holding steady on this corner lot with a whole lot of love and care.
And then, you can just pair it. If you guys already have a video that you use, you can just pair that with a video, or you can put it on just a slideshow like this person did for their listing.
At the top of a street where the forest begins, it's a cozy retreat, let the mountain life in. 2 bedrooms to dream, 1 bath that's divine. Built back in '73, but it feels just like mine.
The funny thing about this is don't underestimate the power of music, family. There is a reason why these things get stuck in our head. We were working with one of our agents, and he said the buyer, they were sitting at the closing table, they're at the closing, and the buyer was humming the song in their head. He's like, excuse me, what song is that? And he's like, oh no, it was just the song on this listing. I couldn't get it out of my head. And it was just something that the buyer's literally sitting there and humming the song over and over in their head. And that's what they were doing. Don't underestimate the power of music. It's a great thing you do for your list. Go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say, for those of you on here for the first time, because we've talked about Suno before, I've used it many times. Now I know Andy uses it, Tim, different people. I mean, to go into a listing appointment and, you're competing with 3 other agents, it's just one of those things that can set you apart, like right off the bat. Even send it to them before you meet with them, and just watch what happens. Hey, I created a song for you real quick. I'll see you at 2:00, tomorrow, whatever. And it just does so much for the seller. In terms of, they're using you. I mean, so much of the time, it's just little things that set you apart, it's huge.
You're absolutely right. And one of our clients went into a listing appointment and said, their client was like, man, I've had this house for 18 years. You're damn right it deserves a song. Like, they're just like, look, I've lived here for 18 years. I think my house deserves a song. It's just something, again, set you apart. So for the second half of this is going to be a workshop segment. The second half of this is going to be a workshop segment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this link, and I'm going to ask you guys all to follow along with me, because I believe this part can be a difference in whether you crush your goals for the next 6 months or not. This is a way that you can use AI that I do not see a lot of people doing. And I combined a little bit of Tony Robbins with a little bit, of real estate as well for this. So for this next part, what I want to do is I want to go through this with you guys, right? So if you guys pull this up, I'm going to use AI to help forecast what your future can look like and also help create some different things that you can use to keep your mindset right. So with this, it says, by failing to prepare, you prepare to fail, right? So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to open up ChatGPT just like this and follow along. Open up your ChatGPT, and I just want you to type in your goal for the next 6 months. How many closings you want? What's your fitness goal, and what's a personal goal that you have for the next 6 months? So you can say, my goal for the next 6 months, my goals are closing 50 deals, getting to 195 pounds, currently I'm actually at 202 as of this morning, and personal, having a family dinner every week. So the first thing that you want to do is your 6 months. You want to just type in, what are your goals for the next 6 months, right? You don't have to do it. It helps if you have your bio and things in there, but you don't have to do this for it to work. But you want to say, here are my goals for the next 6 months. All right. If you guys are following along, put done in the chat, actually, if you guys had that typed in, what your goals are for the next 6 months. The purpose of this, I want you guys to follow along because we're going to do this here together. My goal of this is for you guys to forecast what this will look like in your life. You guys will see at the bottom, we are going to go in depth and paint a picture of what your life can look like, your business can look like, if you are able to do that, to hit your goals in the next 6 months. You guys are done with that. Go ahead and put done in the chat. See, we got one person done. Let's go ahead and type into ChatGPT. Done, done, done. All right. So here's what we are going to do next, family. This part, do not overthink it. I repeat, do not overthink this part. You already know what you should be doing. It is probably the thing that you don't want to do that you might have been putting off. But this next part, what activities do I need to do in order to reach my closings goal for the next 6 months? Put 2 to 3 things. Daily activities I need to do include making phone calls every day, emailing my database 3 times a week, and posting on social media once a day. And then it will ask you, what activities do I need to do weekly to reach my fitness goals? I need to work out at least 5 times a week and eat healthy 5 times a week. And lastly, your family dinner. What activity do you need to do? I need to plan my family dinner a week in advance. All right. Once you guys have done this, just go ahead and put done in the chat. So all you need to do, and look, guys, yours probably won't look too much different than this. What daily activities do you need to do for your business? What activities do you need to do for your health? What activities do you need to do for your personal life? Do not overthink this. I see some people already done. Look, guys, chances are you know exactly what you need to do. It does not have to be a complicated system. I'll tell you what, it is not buying another course. It is not learning a new lead gen system. Chances are you have everything you need to do in order to hit your goals for the next 6 months. It just comes down to, will you do those activities daily? Will you do them weekly? You guys all agree with that? Give me some thumbs up. If you're like, you know what? I already know. I know exactly what I need to do. When you guys are done with that part, go ahead and put done in the chat. Once I see a couple more, I'm going to move on just for the sake of time. And I'm actually making good time on this. I thought I would be taking a little bit longer on it. Done, done, done. All right. Now is the fun part. And I think this is fun. Personally, I think this is fun. Because I'll tell you what, family, this is going to be having your, using ChatGPT in a completely different way. I believe this is using it like a CEO. Can we create content? Can we create emails? Can it help with lead gen? Absolutely. It can do all of these things. But to me, this right here controls the most important part of ourselves as business owners. How we think, how we operate, our thoughts. So check this out, family. Here's all you want to do next. Underneath what you just put in here, come back here and copy and paste this first prompt. This first prompt. Am I here? Nope, I'm over here. Copy and paste this first prompt and hit enter. And this prompt is based on, you know what about me, tell me a story of what my life would look like in 6 months if I knocked out my daily activities every single day. Paint a picture of the most grand version of myself, my business, and my personal life. Include specific examples, accomplishments, and experiences I can have, the feelings I would have. So, and it's going to go through. And here's what I want you guys to do. Don't just read this and have it. What you want to do is you want to bring this to life. So after you've done this, go ahead and click read aloud. Go ahead, and once you've used this prompt and it writes it out for you, click read aloud and listen to what your future can look like. And read aloud, just for everybody here one more time, is right here at the bottom, this little microphone. Read aloud. Once you guys are done listening to it, go ahead and put done here in the chat. Can I paste that in the chat? Yeah, I'll paste the prompt that I used here in the chat. I want you guys to listen to what your future can be if you simply just do your daily activities. And notice, I didn't say, oh, you're going to make 10,000 dials a day. You're going to figure out Facebook ads. No, simple daily activities that compound over time. This is what your future can look like. You go. I want you guys to go ahead, listen to that, read through it. I get some thumbs up. Are you guys listening right now? Is that the step you're on? Yep. You guys are done listening. Just go ahead and throw done in the chat so I know you guys are done with that part. It's emotional for sure, Pete. Well, I'll tell you what, if you thought that was emotional, wait for the next one we are going to do. Because the next one it's going to hit you right in the feels. All right. Done. Is anybody here still listening? Is that the part you're on? See a couple of people here still listening. Done. All right. So at this time, you've listened to what your future can look like. And I think that's really important to have a future forecast of, hey, if I do my daily activities, what can my life look like? So here's what we're going to do for the next part of this workshop. Now you're going to copy and paste this one into the prompt. Based on what you know about me, be brutally honest and tell me a story of what my life would look like in 6 months if I didn't stay consistent with my daily activities and kept chasing shiny ideas and new objects. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Is anybody here guilty of that? So all you have to do is copy this, come back to ChatGPT, and now paste that one here below. And here's what I want you guys to do. Few pounds up from where you started. You worked out sometimes, late night food stress. I'm just too busy. And I want you guys to go through. And after that's done, I'm telling you, you have to click read aloud, because reading it and hearing it are two completely different things. So what I want you guys to do is go through and copy and paste that one. Hear what your life will look like if you're like most people. Chasing new ideas, chasing the next shiny object, and constantly bouncing around. Once you guys copy and paste that, listen to it, and when you're done listening, put done in the chat. Put done, and maybe, you know, how did that one make you feel? What did you guys hear on that one? Is there anything that stood out to you? Old patterns, I hear that. I hear that, Pete. Tell you what, family, this is the one. This exercise to me, it's a different way to use ChatGPT, right? Than any other training we've done or you heard people do. But to me, this is where you become a CEO and you understand that this tool can help you forecast what's in the future, show what simple compound actions can lead to. It can either lead to version 1 of yourself or version 2 of yourself. Because at all times, we are creating the next version of ourselves. You probably heard other people say this, where your business will grow as much as you grow as an individual. Well, here are your two options. Will you hit your goals in the next 6 months? Or be like the rest of the 99% who fall into number 2. Again, guys, if you're done, just go ahead and put done in the chat. I want to just know where we are at so I can continue to move on. Done. All right, done. Is there any good big takeaways that you guys have had on this, listening to both? Is there anything that stood out to you guys? I'm going to ask you guys to unmute at this time.
Who wants to share something with that, guys? It's powerful.
What's up, Trisha?
So I think for me, the biggest takeaway is knowing, based on experience, when I am truly committed and I set the intention, I get to experience the first ChatGPT summary and that vision coming to fruition. And there are moments when I get stuck or choose no. And the second is an old behavior pattern that comes up, and it's just really wild to see it and hear it in true, authentic form.
Yeah.
It was wild.
I'll ask you this, Trisha. Was it too far off? Was like the brutally honest one like so far out there that you couldn't see it?
No, that's why I was like, oh man, it was like a stake in the heart. Old behavior patterns, like, man. But then it was also that moment, like the celebration, to be able to be like the mind shift. Okay, I know I can recognize that that's an old pattern.
Yeah.
And there's still opportunities, but I get to celebrate that that's not my go-to. And, yeah.
Yep. I like it. Look, guys, the reality is you're going to become one of the two. There is a higher possibility that you could end up as the number 2 version. Do you guys agree with that? There is a higher possibility because of distractions, because of things in the world, things that come out, that people will end up as version 2. So you have to ask yourself, are you the person that will commit, or are you the person that will have excuses? Because there really is no in between. You either commit to your daily activities or you don't. There is no AI or no coach in the world that will make you do it. But now let's take it another step. Let's have some fun with this, right? So the next step that I would ask everybody here to do is I want you to take this one right here, 50 closings, your good one, as you would say. And all you want to do is hit this copy button. So it's this button over here on the bottom left. Copy your good version. And then just say, write me a song in the style of just whatever artist you want, Frank Sinatra. And copy and paste the good version of yourself. And ChatGPT will write you a custom song about where your life will be in 6 months, what it looks like if you hit your goals. And it will write you a song to create this envisionment of what your life can look like. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick and tired of the music being created today. Heck, even music that's been created before. It talks about partying, it talks about depression, it talks about anxiety. I don't want to listen to anxiety. I got enough of that going on in my own life. I don't need a song reminding me of that shit, right? I believe you get what you think about most of the time. You get what you think about most of the time. So now what you can do is use this and go back to Suno. And now create a song, 50s, that you then can listen to over and over. Producer tag, let the band play. Let the band play. Just take out that because that's what it says it can't do. All right. And now you have a song and you can click download. You can share it. You can come right here and download the song. But now, instead of listening to the same BS music that's out there or a podcast that's kind of like you, kind of not, now you have an anthem to play for the next 6 months that can get stuck in your head, talking about your goals, your vision, what you want to do, what will happen when you hit it.
December breeze is feeling fine. 50 closings and a glass of wine. No rush, no mess, no frantic race. I walk in cool, the king of grace. The phones they ring, they call me now. They've seen the posts, they all ask how. My brand is bold, my AI's tight. I don't chase deals, I choose what's right. 'Cause I stayed locked in day by day. Made my calls come what may. With every rep and every play, I stacked them up the creme way. Emails sent with value gold. Referrals in before I'm told. While others burned out or went astray, I built a dream the creme way.
Well, let me ask you guys this. What's more powerful, listening to the BS music today or listening to that over and over? Having a song that is built just for you to get stuck in your head, your affirmations brought to life. And it's not, look, I'll say it. It's kind of boring when you just got to say your affirmations in the mirror back and forth, and you got to remember them and say them over and over. Now you will have a song that it can be on repeat, that you can play in the mornings. 2 months in, when you feel astray, you can go back to this and listen. All right, what did I say I was going to do daily? Am I doing this consistently? I'm just curious because I do a lot of these different workshops on a scale of 1 to 10, and I promise you will not hurt my feelings. How much did you guys enjoy this workshop and find it beneficial? Just put your rating in the chat. Just let me know because I'm about to do this on another one. I want to make sure that this is something that you guys found powerful, that you guys got through. See a lot of nice people on here. Maybe it is that good. All right. Cool. But I'm looking at this as using AI in a different way because we all have to evolve. And I believe there will be two different types of people with AI. Those who transcend and those who descend. Use AI to keep bettering themselves, creating a vision for their future, and using this like a CEO, using this like someone who's going to take the frick over. Or there will be people who go on there and create cartoon characters themselves, watch what other people are creating, and use it just to create little posts here or there. I believe this exercise done right can dramatically change your next 6 months. Use this as a CEO. Listen to that song. Instead of having your normal playlist, add that to it. Listen to what your future can hold. And you can create different styles. You can create one Frank Sinatra. You can create one alternative. You can create one rap, and it'll be a different song, but just said in a different way. And now you can listen to that over and over and over. And to me, we get what we think about most of the time. Right? You guys all agree with that statement? We get what we think about most of the time. It is not just about ways to create more time for yourself, because can it do that? Absolutely. But I'll tell you what, if you don't fix your habits, none of this shit matters. If your habits aren't there, if they're not done consistently, there is no AI in the world that can save you. And I'll tell you what, family, AI is now going to put your habits on display for the world. Because the people who have good habits, who are using these things and being consistent, they are going to shine. But if you don't have good habits, and if you're already frantic and overloaded and doing whatever comes onto your plate, there's no AI in the world that can save you from that. So this exercise, why I love it, is because now it shows the value of compounding activities. Notice, did anybody here say they were going to make 10,000 calls a day? No, it was just make your phone calls daily. Work out every day. And set up, maybe it's date night. Maybe you want to do date night once a week. And that's what it can turn into. So guys, I did want to leave some time here at the end for questions, comments, excitement. What do you guys have to share? Or of course, our hosts here, if you guys have anything else to add.
Just off the top of my head, seriously, just like this was really good. We all need more leads. We all can work on our scripts and all the listing things and presentations and all the day-to-day stuff. And we all need all that stuff. And it's a tough market. But I will tell you, the agents, I think so much of this is up here. We get what we think we're going to get. If you think today's going to just be another horrible day, in real estate, then that's what it's going to be. There's just so many things we can be doing and working on ourselves. The first book, I remember my first day in real estate, I walk into the office and the first thing he does, my broker takes me upstairs in this office and hands me the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I'd never done anything with personal development. I remember I brought it home and it sat back here on this shelf for about 6 years. Seriously. I finally got around to reading it, and it's just, it started that journey of like, man, I've got to work on me and on myself, So much of success, or not, comes from how we think every day. Yeah. And I think what you just did, it's powerful stuff right there, because there's so much we can be working so much on ourselves, and yeah, you'll get more deals. Yeah, you'll become that person that just draws people to you in that sense. The listings will come, the buyers will come. They want to work with you. Here's what happens. It's just because you become the person that you were created to be, I believe. But life beats us down. This market can beat us down, day to day, the curveballs that come every day. There's going to be curveballs today. Welcome to real estate, and you're either going to, get through the day in a great way, or you're going to come out as just another day and you get beat up again, and you dread tomorrow. It's like so much of it just starts up here. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox, let other people share. But there's a lot I could say with this, because I do believe in that power for sure, in terms of just working on ourselves,
I'm just going to throw this out there. I saw a couple of people ask how they can get more. We do have an offer for you guys. I'll keep it mercifully brief. It is $97 for lifetime access to our private community. We do a live AI workshop that is 30 minutes once a week. We have past trainings in there. You get to join our community of over 1,200 agents who are in there sharing how they're using AI. Right now, we just offered a $97 lifetime access to our private group. If you guys want to just stay in the loop of what's happening, you guys can do that. Or I come on here once a month as well. I'll provide it to you by the Freedom Team. So just wanted to give you guys that option as well.
Brad, I saw your text here, Brad Borman. This will be posted definitely by tomorrow. Okay. We'll have this up on the website and everything. So if you want to go back through, this is one to go back and watch, take your time going through it. We'll post the links as well. Those will be in there. You can get all those. So what other comments, guys? Sandra, yeah, definitely. Thank you, Nick. Anybody else want to turn on your mics and just open up real quick before we shut it down? Pete, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, this right here, it's like we always talk about gamifying our work and our life and stuff. I think this takes it to that next level where, it makes it fun. I mean, we get so beat down by oh man, this client didn't show up or they didn't call me back. But this, you can kind of make it fun of just that everyday things that I need to do, that mundane things that is normally is, oh man, I don't even want to look or face that, but this just makes it fun. And now you can interact fun with your clients and like, hey, you didn't show up, send them a song, hey, why didn't you show up?
No, you're absolutely right. It's a great way to follow up. Take everything your buyer's looking for and then create a song of what they're looking for. Like, hey, I just created this song for you. Go ahead and check it out. You can talk about their family. I mean, just a fun way that I use this too, guys. I'll go back to Suno. So my little niece she's in the backyard. She's like 1 year old and she's constantly taking berries literally off the bush. So I created a song.
Tiny little toes tapping down the street. Just 1 year and already both hunting for berries like stories of old.
And it's just like a fun song. But like, look, if you know your client has kids, if you know they're moving to a certain area and they want to get that family home, create a song that includes all of that in it. Send it over to them. Because I'll tell you what, there's not another agent that will be doing that. Right? And now it's getting them to envision what would their life look like if they had this home, if they got what they were looking for. What's up, Marcelino?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that would be a good one on like a closing. You bring that to the closing table, and you're like, hey, just put this on your on your playlist. And it talks about their new neighborhood, the new schools, the new their new life. It's gonna be, hey, this is the next generation. This is your next step in life. So they can have that vision going into it and stuff. So that's exactly what I was gonna say. I thought that was cool.
Look, guys, this is a relationship game, right? It's a relationship game. How do you form better relationships? You make deposits. You make deposits into them. Great way to gain more referrals and just, stay in front of people.
It would also, you could almost do like a rap or do something like that on the process. Hey, here's your home selling process. Here's your home buying process with Romero. And then you just kind of boom, 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 and stuff, so they can listen to it. And so, like you said, probably get in their head if they listen to it, and then they're like, hey, what's that next step process? Oh, okay, this is what he's going to be doing next.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Look, guys, get creative. There's a reason why songs are catchy and get stuck in your head. We can get into all the vibrational, the wavelengths and everything that is at play, but it works. There's a reason the music industry is booming. All right, you can create a song about buy now. You can create a song about your differentiation. You can create a song about the market updates. Make it fun.
For sure. Round of applause for Nick Krim. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate everybody here. And look, guys, just keep making little deposits. Remember we said at the beginning, good and getting better. Good and getting better. That's where you are going to live for the rest of your life. Embrace that feeling of like nobody's behind, because we all are. That means we're all in the same bucket. Embrace that feeling of good and getting better and just keep moving forward.
Out here on the grind, chasing dreams in the sun. From the Gulf to the hills, yeah, we're getting it done. We don't cold call, we don't knock doors. We got leads rolling in while we're chilling.